Now, my research tells me that you started off. Were you an editor on The Hobbit way back when?
Way back. I was a music editor. That was back in the. Oh my god. Yeah, it was the first Lord of the Rings film I had ever been involved in, and it was incredible, an amazing experience. So I was an editor, and I also wrote "Blunt the Knives," which was a song that the dwarves perform in Bilbo's at Bilbo's home. So yeah, and to be from here right now, I'm sorry, I'm a little jet lagged, but it's unbelievable. So starting off on The Hobbit was how I got really familiar with the music and style of Howard Shore, and it's basically when I became a super fan of his work. So being part of this and seeing the love and the attention that's been put into it has been, I actually still can't believe any of this is happening. So, this is probably the vaguest interview you'll have in the next 12 months.
But this is the thing, isn't it? You're all in your kind of little rooms. The people are doing their voices, and the people are painting away, and all of these different threads are happening.
Yeah.
And you're trying to pick up on it and pull it together with a theme.
100%.
And I like to describe music as kind of subtitles for the heart.
Oh, I love that. I'm going to steal that. That's really good. Yeah, I don't see what you mean. I mean, I guess one of the main differences between, say, working on something like The Hobbit and something like an animated production is that with The Hobbit, while you don't necessarily see the finished image, there's, maybe some visual effects to be added later in the process. You still see the actors, their expressions, and you still have a sense of what's going on. Whereas in animation, it's such a slower reveal because when I started working on this 2 years ago, it was all line drawings, and there's voices and you can read the script, but in terms of the emotional context and the emotional information that you are used to getting from performance, like a lot of body language that we sort of are trained to pick up on and respond to. None of that was there. So it was a big challenge to put music.
And just finally, obviously the fans will be looking for continuity with the previous ones,
100%.
but also a fresh voice as well.
Yeah.
So how have you managed to balance those two?
It's a really good question, and that from the outset, that's exactly the question we asked ourselves, because we wanted to fundamentally write something that served Kenji Kamiyama's beautiful film, but also not only pay tribute to Howard Shore's incredible work, but we had the privilege of using the Rohan theme and some of the themes that'll be familiar to fans of the film, but we wanted to do it in a respectful way, while also sort of designing a soundtrack that would suit this hand-drawn animation and the world that it depicts. So having the privilege of using Howard's music was, the first time we heard the brass players play the Rohan theme, and it was like such a great piece of music. But we didn't want to, use it let me put it this way. This film is about 2 hours long. It's about 2 hours of music, and of that 2 hours of music, I think about 3 minutes, if you added it all together, there's 3 minutes of music that Howard Shore wrote. So there's definitely the Rohan theme, because why would you not want to have that? It's such an incredible piece of music. And there's some other themes as well that you'll recognize from the original trilogy. But I really hope that you'll find it done respectfully. And with great consideration, and something, but also at the same time something that is serves the animated this anime, because camera moves are different. The difference between the visual information we get as viewers from live action to anime is different. The camera moves are different. so the music needs to address different elements of that. Again, this is the vaguest interview you'll ever do, and thank you for your patience. But that's a great question, and honestly something that we had such a long, ongoing conversation about, because it matters to us, and we were, Howard Shore's work is, it is incredible and so beautiful, and such a privilege to sort of look through the architecture of his incredible work, and just the fact that we could, use some of those themes to serve some of the sequences in this film. I was so nervous about it, and I had this dream actually before, because I was freaking out when I got invited to write the score for this film. You're writing in the shadow of Howard Shore, one of the the greatest film composers of all time, right? No big deal. I was so nervous about it. I had a dream, and I had a dream that I went to Howard's house. We've never met, and I told him, and I was like, Howard, I love your work, and I love everything you've done, and please don't worry. We're going to look after it, and it means everything to us. And don't be upset. And trying to sort of calm him down. Well, not calm him down, but try to reassure him that it was in good hands. I hope he feels that way.
Congratulations on the film.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
No, it's genius.
I'm not used to doing this. I'm used to being in basically a big dark room with basically no one else around, and this is quite full on.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey you guys!
Hey, you guys!